So it's time for another municipal update with our dynamic duo here in Chatham-Kent. Happy to have our Chief Administration Officer, Don Shropshire, and Darrin Canniff. Guys, thanks for joining me today.
It's a pleasure to be here.
So we talked about this about 3 months ago, and obviously a lot has changed in that time. COVID numbers are going down. Eligibility is now 12 and up. We just got that changed before we started. When we chatted last, I gave you guys a bit of a guessing game on when everyone was going to be eligible for their first vaccine. Don's was August 15, and Darrin, you had September 1st. So I think when everything's all back to normal, I'm going to owe Don some kind of a prize. But just kind of want to hear you guys' thoughts on how the government's kind of rebounded now that everyone is pretty much eligible to get a vaccine sometime by the end of this year.
Well, I'm happy that Don's winning the bet, that he was earlier. And I'm excited about seeing the eligibility. As we talked about that last time, that's the signal of when we get back to some normalcy, is when everybody gets that shot and we can look. We don't have to be looking another shutdown in the face. So it's exciting to see that in Chatham-Kent, we're well over 50% vaccinated. Just last week, we vaccinated 5% of the population. So with the new flow of vaccines, when you do the math, that if we keep the flow of people going into the Bradley Center and other spots, we can be doing 5% plus a week there. We get to 75% pretty quickly that way.
Absolutely. Don, anything to add?
Yeah, I think the provincial government's plan that was released for reopening Ontario, I think makes a lot of sense to me. It really promotes people getting vaccinations, and it really provides each of us with the control to how we can actually help move things forward faster. The whole idea of getting a vaccination and tying the reopening restrictions, the more people that get vaccinated, the fewer the restrictions. And I think that's what we're all looking for. So all of us can play a part, and we're encouraging everybody to get out and get vaccinated.
That's right. And if you haven't found out where to link, I'm going to put the link somewhere in between these little black boxes. Get your shot, CK. Easy to do. You go online. No information aside from your health card there, and you're ready and raring to go. So,
and I expect that as we move on, that if we want to go on vacations outside of Canada, we will probably need the vaccine. And when you see even other jurisdictions, they're starting to put a lot of things to say, oh, you want to go to a restaurant, eat in a restaurant, they're considering having requirements for vaccines. So I see as we move forward, there's going to be a lot more of the kind of the normal life pieces that we experienced previously. You're going to need a vaccine for.
You could say we just need almost another card added to our wallet, unless they're going to somehow integrate it into health cards. Who knows what's going to happen down the road? But certainly, with our provincial and federal government's three-step process of trying to open things up, things are slowly looking a little bit different, or more normal, I guess you could say, as we push forward. So
yes,
yeah, amen.
Let's jump off the COVID train, because I think everyone's sick and tired of hearing those things as we're getting there. But obviously the secret is out that Navistar property has been purchased, sold. I hear it every day across the street. Lots of drilling and lots of busy work. Almost a decade that piece of property has been pretty much empty. I remember when it was getting taken down as a wee lad. Don't remember much about Navistar, but there's so much history there. We got the dynamic duo, triple, actually, it's a quadruple. Rob Myers, Don Tatro, and Mike Avaji investing in here. Let's kind of talk about logistics. There's been a lot of great articles, but let's hear kind of from your, both your point of views, how important this is to CK.
This is hugely important. We're taking 80-something acres that was previously just almost a wasteland, like as everybody looked at it as a toxic dump, and it was an eyesore. It reminded people of the past when it was employing a lot of people. Looking forward, Chatham-Kent, one of the big shortages we have is industrial land that actually has services, and this has all the services handy. It has rail, it has everything, so it's very attractive to industry. So moving forward, it's huge for us to take those 80-something acres and actually have people working on it and contributing to the economy.
That's right.
Oh, it's great. Don Tatro and Mike Vagey have had a number of projects where they've actually redeveloped industrial, property and repurposed it. So they're great people to have on side. And Rob Myers is, once again demonstrating his commitment to this community. Really, I just huge kudos to Rob for persevering and using his business contacts to open doors at Navistar and to actually get this deal done. There's been a number of efforts over the past 10 years to try and redevelop the property, but Rob just got his head down and said, I'm going to make this happen. And sure enough, he did. And he brought together a team that could redevelop the property. So huge kudos to all three of those gentlemen for investing in Chatham-Kent.
I have to echo that because I got involved 18 months ago or so in this file. And in mentioning it to Rob, we talked about it briefly, and when he saw the benefits to Chatham-Kent. So I think within a week of us talking, I think he jumped in his plane. He was in Chicago, and so it was pretty thrilling to watch him and the team get together and make this happen. It was no easy task. It wasn't just oh yeah, we'd like to buy your property and how much, and let's do that. It's been 18 months. So finally we're there, and it's one of those turning points in Chatham-Kent as far as the industry goes.
Absolutely. I think a lot of the citizens here are waiting to see kind of what's going to be rezoned, hopefully in September and October. I think when the land's all properly environmentally assessed and all that jazz, we're ready to see kind of what kind of great businesses are coming here. We don't get to see those kind of things because, there are closed session reports, but I think we're just all anxiously awaiting to see what's coming in there. So, moving into kind of, project worlds, vaccines are obviously coming in, we need to see kind of, what's moving forward in Chatham-Kent. Has kind of this past year, has it delayed ECDev in making new projects? Is there some things on the back burner that you're hoping to start into maybe 2022?
Well, we're certainly, all through COVID, we remained very active in permits. We set records for permits in 2020. Our municipality stayed open issuing permits where many were shut down. So 2020 was a record year for us. 2021 is looking to be even more so of a record year. It's going to exceed last year by far. I see the biggest issue is a lot of businesses were hesitant to move forward with plans to relocate or plans to expand because of COVID. I think with COVID, it's opening the doors for a lot more people to be active in the expansion phase. So I see that is one of the big things, that it's not so much the municipality was stopping things, it was more so business. But that's why I see the next few years, the sky is the limit as far as expansion here in Chatham-Kent. It's going to be what kind of developed land can we provide, and what kind of services we can provide.
Yeah. I think, in addition to the property being redeveloped on the Navistar site, we've had several sales over the course of the last year at the Bloomfield Business Park. We've also had Fred McLario and Henry Heineck have developed a business industrial park on Park Avenue. They've sold out the first phase. There's lots of activity all around Chatham-Kent, and couldn't be happier. I think people are really, coming to recognize what a great community we have, and why it's such a great place to do business and to live here, raise your families.
That's right.
Lots of positive things happening on that front, and as the mayor said, we're on track to do another great year, and looking forward to that.
And just on the other piece, what has kind of went in the back burner is arts and culture. I mean, gatherings, public things like that. There was a lot of plans to move forward with a whole lot of things, and there's a lot of organizations that wanted to do some great things in our community, but a lot of that was put on hold. So I see as we start opening back up, we're going to start seeing those events come back up, and a lot of those ideas and the arts and culture side of things is going to start blossoming here in Chatham-Kent as well.
Yeah, you actually just segued to my next question about that. The CK Rec program, when the province said, summer camps can open in July and August, things like that are going to be opening up for, every kid ranging from 8 to, even seniors, keeping fit. We have been keeping fit, but now the fact that some of these municipal services can open, it's great that this kind of things for 8 weeks, the parents are going to get a break for 8 weeks in some way, shape, or form.
Yes.
So I'm sure they're looking forward to that. So, with the 3-step process for our province opening up, things are looking good. So kind of touching base on that, it's spring, it's summer, things are getting nice. What's kind of going on, as the restaurants are in, all of our, supporting local, things like patios, things like other, splash parks are opening up. What is kind of our SOPs kind of moving forward with those things?
We're really bound by some of the provincial reopening strategies. So the document I talked about a moment ago, the provincial government's reopening schedule, it ties the different stages of loosening up the restrictions to the percentage of people that have been vaccinated. So I believe it's step 2 that opens up restaurant patios. and we're looking forward to having moving into that area as quickly as we can. Really, the message really has to be get vaccinated, guys. We're going to get things opened up faster if we do. And there's now some very clear guidelines as to what those standards are going to be required before we reopen. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the patios there, at the municipality, we changed some bylaws to allow for permanent patios to happen and allow to kind of take up some parking places to do that. So I fully expect patios across municipality to start popping up. There's just some construction happened over at Retro Suites. They've redesigned the whole sidewalk to allow for a permanent patio, and that's happening right across. Looking forward to that opening up and just getting back to some normalcy here in Chatham-Kent.
Absolutely. I think June 3rd is the official starting of the step process. So, and it reevaluated every 21 days. So I think, as we look at our local numbers, which are very good right now, like let's touch wood there. I'm going to actually do that. And then we look at the province, it's definitely going to be kind of a race to try and get things going. But, I think we're doing the best we can here in our little neck of the woods, and got a lot of people behind the scenes who are trying to make that happen. So thanks for all you guys are continuing to do. Is there anything else you would like to add as we close up?
Well, just one of the exciting parts as we move forward as well is I truly believe in a healthy downtown is a healthy community. So we have 11 downtowns in Chatham-Kent, and I would love to see each and every one of them. I see them moving forward. I see more stores locating in all of them. I see just development. I'm really excited the future of the downtowns in Chatham-Kent over the next few years. I think there's stay tuned on that. There's going to be some great developments, and like downtown Dresden, there's a lot of construction going on down there. People are excited about there, but I see that spreading across. We got a new owner in the mall downtown. We'll know who that is shortly, and we're talking about some plans there. So there's a lot of great things happening. So that's another exciting piece as we move forward.
I think the other piece for me is, in addition to getting vaccinated, there is just an ask that all of us continue to try and be patient. I know we're all waiting with on pins and needles to get everything reopened, and thankfully with the great weather coming to Chatham-Kent, people are again being a little bit easier to get outside and get some sunshine and so on. But as we're moving through the next couple of weeks, to continue to be patient and supportive of each other. All of us have felt some of the strain for things being locked down, and I think it's just important to recognize that we're on the path to reopening. It's only a few weeks away, and all of us just have to continue to be patient, listen to the public health messages, and just be good to each other and take care of family and friends and neighbors. And Chatham-Kent's done really well over the last year.
Yes. And as we move forward, there's a lot of new people moving to Chatham-Kent. So I ask everyone to be welcoming. We were the first welcoming community recognized by the federal government in 2016. I want to make that a reality. So when your neighbor comes in and they're from wherever, go meet them and talk to them, make them feel at home, because we have a lot of new people coming, and it's exciting times here in Chatham-Kent.
That's right. And I think you couldn't say it better yourself that, we're looking at, hopefully, I think I said this a while ago, the countdown to a CK block party to welcome our new visitors.
Oh, yes.
So let's make a guess.
Oh, yeah.
Let's take a guess as of June 3rd. If we go every 21 days, when can you think we can have a giant CK block party to celebrate all the hardships we've endured? Let's take a guess.
So I'm just, one of the things you might want to double check on, I think the provincial government has moved the start of step 1 to the 14th of June.
Okay, I'm going to put that in there right at the bottom, June 14th. All right.
June 14th, so we're 21 days from that standpoint, but I'm betting by the end of August, we will be in a position where we could be doing some major celebrating safely and really enjoying the fact that things are going to open up.
I'm in about the same boat. I was thinking late August, early September. I'm hopeful that by the end of summer, we can get together and have that big party, because that's what I've been asked that several times. What's the first thing you do when COVID is over? Have some parties and get together and celebrate. We've been through a lot. We're all feeling it mentally, no matter who you are. And we need that, a good summer where we can open up and get out some events. So excited about that. Can't come fast enough.
All right, I'll take a guess here. I'm going to say it has to be after Labor Day, only because that'll be my son's first birthday, and I think it's just a long weekend. But I think shortly after the Labor Day weekend, maybe the week after that, then they'll say, okay, we're going to start loosening up some restrictions. So we're not too far apart from each other, but I'll be very interested to see. Starting June 14th will be the official start date, and we'll see how we push forward. But definitely looking forward to an awesome summer and continue what you guys are doing to make our municipality an awesome place to live.
I love the way you use that word awesome, because Chatham-Kent is awesome.